Alright, so today Super Baby 2 showcase time because I pulled him instead of MUI, just like many other characters that I've had videos in this time that I've pulled over MUI. So yeah, Super Baby 2 red one, he's fully art boosted, I think everything, strike, blast and defense is everything. And then I decided to run Green Omega as well, who I pulled during this anniversary for the first time. So I guess his showcase as well. I was trying to click the other card that got destroyed because Vegeta is a rat and he destroys 2 cards every time you hit him, like upon entry once, and then resets and everything. You know how he works. Omega is built defensively, Baby is built offensively, and Zamasu is more so like sustain. He has a damage equip as well, but more so sustain. Also, Super Baby 2 gives 30% damage against Saiyans to the whole team. So my team is gonna do 30% extra damage to MUI, RevUI, Vegeta, any other Saiyan, Kale Caulifla, UMV, anybody who's a Saiyan. RevUI's first life is gone. Also, I'm recording this like literally 15-20 minutes before the reveals happen for part 2. So from what we know, it's going to be Saiyans Saga, at least one of the banners. It's actually something that I can just skip very easily, which I need right now after the whole MUI debacle that I've been through. So yeah, it's good that at least one of the banners I can skip. Hopefully the units don't look that good. That makes me interested in trying to summon for them. So I mean, I did one rotation on Vegeta banner as well, so I will at least do one rotation on the banner. That much I'm sure about, but I just don't want to be in a place where if I don't get the units, I'm like, I wanted the units because they look so cool. I don't want to be in that spot. So I hope they mess up part 2 as well. That's my plan. That's not my plan. That's my wish, so that I can easily skip. And another wish that I have is I wish that my rush started not getting guessed. 2025. Half year has passed, and my rush is still getting guessed. God knows when will it stop. Never. That's the answer. The thing with this team is Baby has a disrupt, so has the Masu. So the combo stopping could be useful here, but the thing is Baby can't tank, so it's gonna be a bit scary. I don't know why you would ever mid-range strike with MUI. The guy did it once in my last video, in the 17 video. If you haven't watched, go watch it. Somebody did strike with MUI mid-range and then I lost because of it, because it was like 1v1 and he mid-range strike with MUI. Makes sense. Anyways, it doesn't work, as you see here. When I'm not stressed and I can just play without commentating, I can actually understand that a mid-range strike is coming, so I can dodge. Baby barely survives. Almost died. I thought maybe I'll catch him on a sidestep. Also, I didn't expect him to attack instantly. I don't know why I did not expect him to attack instantly, because he doesn't have any switch out or anything, so he was gonna do that. Baby is still alive and he heals a lot on entry, so again, hoping that he would sidestep and I'll catch him. And Vegeta is cooked. Now the only rat left is MUI, who I don't have, by the way, if you don't know. Still, I don't think I'll ever will, because the 3x banner is going away tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna summon after that on the banner, you know. Also, it's very stupid that Omega doesn't get a card on using a green card. It does, yeah, that's very stupid. Baby's damage, for some reason, I don't know why he doesn't do that much damage. He's built like fully offensively. He has a Zenkai buff as well. So I don't know why he doesn't do that much damage. Also with 30% extra damage towards Saiyans. Maybe his damage multipliers are a bit low now, since it's been over more than a year. So see, the plan was to use the card that I was going to draw there, and my character drew a green card. If it was anything else, I start a combo there on MUI and just kill him without needing to use the rush. But I was like, you know what, I don't want to get comboed, so I'll just rush. Still has his first life, which I have to now deal with. He was paralyzed, so I hoped Maybe he'll get paralyzed. I'll be able to attack him. One issue with Baby's Gauge is it does not reset on its own. You have to reset it with green card. No, with the alt or a blue card. So that's an issue where you can't, because he can't tank, right? The match is over. He can't tank, and once your gauge is filled up, he can't even stop combos, so he'll just die. So that's a very, risky thing with Baby. But Zamasu can, Zamasu can just keep stopping combos and his gauge resets on its own. So yeah, which we needed Goku Black to have, but they gave it to Zamasu, who came like 4 months later, roughly, or 5 months later. So makes sense. Also, Zamasu is an offense unit, while Goku Black is a defense unit who has a worse case than understandable. Vegeta, UI, and Kill Caulifla. The one issue with this team is that I have no character that nullifies endurance for existing, but I can do a play with Super Baby 2 where I can, if my gauge is filled up, I can use my ult, drop into the ult, they will dodge, they are locked in, and I can rush. Of course, that requires neither Beast or Goku Frieza to be on the team, because they will then cancel my buff effects, so I need them to not be on the team to do that play. So far I haven't switched out of Baby. I guess full range strike was one step too far, because everything was working out. I was like, this will work out as well. It didn't. I didn't expect a drop combo. I was like, I wanted to save the Baby's gauge for a cover change, so I wanted to switch out into Zamasu, but he dropped. Omega does a decent job at tanking at 5 stars, like decent, not the most amazing, because he is 5 stars, right? If he was higher stars, he would probably be doing fine in terms of defense wise. Offensively, I think also he would then do better. Of course, like more stats, higher stars, he's gonna do better. But I think then, even if I build him fully defensively like I have here, his offense wouldn't be a problem at all. Right now, his offense is not good. It only looks good against like lower star units. Not even good, looks decent against lower star units. And that too, you have to like build it up with like a lot of cards. I was like, let me just lock him in and see if I can kill him or not. Baby, no, he can't kill him, sorry. He can't do enough damage to kill him. The same Baby against a purple unit of that era would have just nuked him. But we are talking about now with modern numbers, he's lacking a bit. Because the Vegeta is not that high stars. He isn't that high starred, I'm expecting a drop combo like he did the previous time. That's why I just keep clicking the rush button, but didn't happen. And Baby reduces 5 sub counts. Zamasu reduces 5 sub counts when somebody rushes, and Omega reduces his own 5 sub counts, so I can just freely go into other characters. Like Omega is my safety, right? So I can freely go into Omega even if I'm in with Zamasu or Baby, it doesn't matter. And my rush gets again. Also, if you watched this far, please leave a like and subscribe. Even if not out of wanting to watch, just out of sympathy of me getting my rush gets all the time, please. Okay, let's see how much damage Omega does. As you can see, not a lot. And this ult will use his disrupt. There you go, the second disrupt, sub count up, I couldn't go to Zamasu. I thought he would wait. Here I had the gauge saved up. Of course, it's a UI user, so he won't play the game. But of course, he can't dodge the blue card. Decent damage. So this time, so I dodged instantly because I expected him to attack like the previous time, but he didn't. He switched out again, and yeah. So, again, a perfect example of why even being smart in the game is not gonna work. Because if you are smart, you don't know if your opponent is smart. In the rush again, as I said, I can go into Omega anytime I want. You can be like, oh, my opponent has been doing this thing, so I'll switch up my timing to adjust to that. But your opponent already expected you to do that, and they switched up their timing as well. So now you got caught again because you tried to adjust. So it would have been better if you didn't adjust. So the point being, the game is RNG, bro. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. The game is fully RNG. Skill matters a little bit, but it's RNG at the end of the day. And yeah, great. It's always good to have green cards that auto counter everything. It's like, oh, you want to tap blast, quick attack, strike, nah, auto counter. I've got a free card that will just auto counter everything, the whole match. That's good. That's amazing. Rush on him. I don't know why I did that. Maybe bro, yeah, great. It doesn't matter if I pick strike, blast, it still gets guessed. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter. So Vegeta, I just out. I'm like, whatever. Can't be bothered to dealing with these characters, and he, for some reason, after guessing 2 of my rushes, decided to forfeit because his Vegeta was gonna die. Even though I think he could have been able to go into kill Caulifla, and let's say they died. I don't know. Again, I don't know why did he forfeit. God knows, but he decided to forfeit. This is SV, MUI, and then Vegeta. So my Zamasu is gonna have fun in this game, I assume. I recorded these matches yesterday, so I'm not fully sure exactly what happens, but yeah. Okay, Super V2 putting in work. There goes the disrupt. No card for me because my card draw speed is down. I didn't have a strike. The only thing I could do was dodge, but I risked it with a blast, hoping that he would be not good enough to strike. As you can see, my baby is... I didn't want to risk it. I was like fully sure that he was going to drop combo, but I just couldn't risk it. I had to switch out because I have killed multiple opponents' characters like these because they expect me to drop. I'm like, I'm not going to drop. I'm not going to drop, bro. You're waiting for the drop. I'm not going to do it. And they just let their character die because they are waiting for the drop to happen. I just don't like risking that. I'd rather get drop comboed on than let my unit die, you know, instead of risking that. So good damage from Zamasu. I was hoping that he would sidestep again. Well, he should be dead because I have a lock-in out, 1.4 million HP. He should be dead. Alright, yeah, so he has been nuked out of existence, and this guy always keeps getting caught on drop combos. I don't think Zamasu draws a card. Yeah, he did. Now dealing with the biggest rat in this game, right? Okay, you know what? No, UMB is still a bigger rat, so yeah. Dealing with one of the biggest rats in this game, MUI. See, this is a low star MUI, that's why Omega's damage is looking good. I don't know if Vegeta has the first life. I don't remember. As you saw, a blue card works. Strike or blast doesn't. Yeah, I can pick strike, blast, it just doesn't go through, it gets guessed. Yeah, I don't know why I rushed there when he had his first life. Now here I'm gonna click the green card. He's gonna blast because I remember this part. Because I'm like, there's no way this guy mid-range blasts me against a blast armor unit when I'm just standing still. So I thought he might tackle or strike. Even though yes, he knows that I have a green card counter. But I just think that going mid-range blast against your opponent that has blast armor, I just thought that was a very stupid play and he wouldn't do it. But he did it, so whatever. think he just mid-range strikes me now. No, he uses main, okay. Full range strike. As I said earlier, like baby will not be able to tank once his gauge is filled up, so that's the only choice I have, is to just switch out. You can build baby defensively, I guess, but again, this was a baby showcase. I wanted him to be the offense unit because Omega is my because baby is not a safety. If he had endurance, sure, I would make him like build him defensively, but because he's not a safety unit himself, I'd rather just have baby be an offense unit. But it's like impossible to just start a combo on these UIUs. Like, what am I? His gauge is filled up again. What am I supposed to do here? Thankfully, my opponent was an idiot. He went for a tap blast. Yeah, great. You see how game, gives me cards. I needed a strike or blast to start a combo there. Even a blue would have worked. But the worst choice, a green card. Understandable. And Zamasu is ripping him apart. I don't know how many stars. I don't think his Vegeta was that highly starred. I think it was only like 4 or 5. So as you can see, a red 2 MUI and Omega struggles to do anything to him. He did the same amount of damage with one auto dodge counter as much as Omega did with 3 cards. Okay, he is dead. And so, yeah, great. So Super Baby Dude, I just hate his auto counter, man. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. That's how MUI work, right? That's how they work. I dropped into the ult so I can rush him. That was the plan, but he, I guess, figured that out. And he is dead. He didn't even have endurance, so I don't know why I dropped into the ult to the rush. But sure. This is the last match. Cell, VB, and who was the third one? MUI. Shocking. Oh, red 3 VB, red 3 Cell, and then red 1 MUI. So good stars. Don't know why you would blast. Also, I don't know why Zamasu did that much damage with one strike to his VB. He must have been built like fully offensively, because that was just one strike from Zamasu. I was expecting a switch out, that's why I went to baby. Yeah, so that he would switch out, I'll get more cards. He runs out of ki very quick. I don't know if I fill up the gauge or do I save it. No, I just fill it up. At this point I was like, okay man, this is not going good. I don't know why he didn't ult and went for the, if he just ulted there, I would have died. I only used my main to catch him on a side step, where I had zero plans of using the main as an ult. I don't know why I did that. That play makes no sense because he could go to Cell, but whatever. At least I'm able to reset his gauge, and thankfully because of the obscure, I clicked one random card, being a blue card, and gave me a free combo. I think I just rush. No, I use a blue card. Go into baby so I can heal him a bit. Again, his VB can't tank at all. And that's his first life gone, and I think, okay, I don't know why I did that. Again, I don't know why I'm doing certain plays. Why did I do that? I had no gauge and I just wasted my out. But I guess I used my ult here, so his one of his buff cancellation effects have been removed. He only has like 2 left. If he goes to MUI, I'll just go to my Super Baby 2. I think I go to him, yeah, anyways, because I was expecting a switch out. Of course, never a good play to just randomly try to risk the green card. So he died. Sorry, guys. Sorry, he just died. That second buff cancellation effect, or maybe no, it was the third one. It was the third one. So all of his buff cancellation effect have been removed, and because I ulted now, I still have endurance nullification, and his cell will die. Again, as I saw, if I pick strike or a blast, I'm getting guessed. So if in my hand I don't have a strike, sorry, I don't have a green or a blue card, I'm getting guessed. But yeah, that's why the buff removal was important, so that I can rush him later. But yeah, that was the end of the video. Baby himself did decent bit, not that much. Mostly it was Zamasu doing everything, but he does give damage 30% against Saiyans. That does help Zamasu do damage. That also helps Omega do damage. That's why maybe Omega was doing decent damage, because without this buff, he will not do damage without this 30% buff against Saiyans. But yeah, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.